Alabama's first fall scrimmage delivered the one thing that matters most after a 4-loss season. The offense protected the football and kept the quarterback clean. That's the headline. And here's where it gets interesting, because in a scrimmage, every great play for one side usually means something went wrong for the other. Coach Kalen DeBoer said it plainly after Saturday's closed scrimmage. In these intra-squad settings, an impressive moment often has a flip side. He pointed to Jam Miller ripping off a big run on the opening drive as both a positive for the offense and a reminder that the defense's gap integrity must tighten up. That's the eternal push and pull of scrimmages. But the real story is whether a team shows progress in the areas it most needs. And Alabama did exactly that. The two biggest pain points from last year were turnovers and shaky pass protection. Those issues fueled the Crimson Tide's 4 defeats and kept them outside the top tier. If Alabama intends to push into the new 12-team college football playoff, major improvement in both categories isn't negotiable. It's mandatory. On Saturday, they checked those boxes. No interceptions. Pass protection that held up. DeBoer highlighted quarterback play after the scrimmage. They've done a great job taking care of the football. No picks today. The completion percentage over the course of camp for all three has been in that range that we want. We'd like to have them at 65%. They've been consistent, and they're taking care of the football. He even added a broader camp note. Through 7-on-7 and full team periods across fall camp so far, he recalled only 3 interceptions. For Alabama fans, that's music after last season's turnover woes. Former starter Jalen Milroe's Achilles heel was giveaways. 11 interceptions overall, with 7 coming in the 4 losses, several at critical moments. Combine that with 11 sacks surrendered in those defeats, particularly from struggles at right tackle, and you've got the recipe for frustration. There was another subtle but telling signal. Asked about how well the pass rush performed, DeBoer turned the answer into a nod to the blocking unit. Yes, scrimmages limit evaluation because quarterbacks are taken to the ground for safety reasons. Still, the message was clear. The defense didn't consistently penetrate. I think the offense does a good job of doing things to slow down the pass rush, to counter it. We know there are some guys who can get home, and you can't leave them one-on-one. There are some good schemes that will keep that in check to keep our quarterback upright, DeBoer said. He emphasized that one of the pillars of their offensive success is keeping the quarterback on his feet, not necessarily cozy in a perfect pocket, but upright and available. He also credited the offensive line for winning more of the true one-on-one moments. So, the defense didn't force picks and didn't rack up would-be sacks. But here's the nuance most people miss. That's an acceptable trade-off in August if it means your offense isn't hemorrhaging possessions or collapsing in protection. Alabama's defense created plenty of turnovers last season and returns loads of experience. It's reasonable to expect that unit to generate takeaways again in 2025. A 0-turnover day for the defense isn't a siren, whereas a 4-turnover day for the offense would be. At the same time, yes, the pass rush needs to trend upward this year. That remains a priority, but protecting presumed starter Ty Simpson and building confidence in the pocket is the more urgent box to check right now. Solid ball security plus improved protection is the foundation on which the rest of the offense can be built. Timing, reads, route trust, and explosive plays tend to follow when the quarterback isn't under siege. Bottom line, scrimmages always produce a give-and-take storyline. For Alabama, the give landed in the right places. The most crucial weaknesses from last year, turnovers and pass pro, showed concrete signs of progress. But here's where it could spark debate. If the defense isn't creating havoc in August, should fans worry about lost edge rushing juice, or view it as proof the offense is maturing where it must? Does a no-pick scrimmage say more about quarterback growth, or about a secondary that played it safe and didn't challenge? Which side do you think this performance reflects more? An offense taking a real step forward, or a defense holding back? Agree or disagree, tell us why.